All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Greg Tuzzolo, landscape architect with Stimson Landscape Architects. This section of the presentation, we'll be talking about the landscape design. We're going to begin with an overview of the project's approach to climate resilience. I'll follow with a detailed review of the Riverwalk and a discussion of the team's ecological restoration and vegetation strategies. Excuse me. So by climate resilience, we're referring to the ability of a city or a landscape to withstand the impacts of extreme weather, flooding, or sea level rise. And as you know, Providence is particularly vulnerable to both flooding and sea level rise due to its coastal location and the convergence of a number of watersheds within the city. Our project site, the Riverwalk, shown here, currently does experience routine flooding, impacting the daily usability of the space. And with the predictions for sea level rise that we know of, we really know that this condition is going to become more pronounced over time, further constraining the usability of this important space. In response to these challenges, our team has studied a number of potential scenarios, measuring the combined impacts of sea level rise with various stormwater events. And our analysis indicates that in order to preserve the full function of the Riverwalk for the future, we must lift the low-lying infrastructure, including our walkways and access points, by a minimum of 5 feet from their current elevations. This move will protect the Riverwalk from flooding up until about 2050. At which time we think a larger infrastructure solution will be required to protect the greater city. As we know, the existing Riverwalk is constrained by narrow clearances, poor pavement conditions, limited accessibility, and opportunities for plantings and habitat. We know that several existing access points and underpasses that sit at low elevations will be cut off due to flooding in the coming years. So after we've carefully studied these constraints, we feel that out of all these great challenges comes an even greater opportunity for Providence. This vision for the Riverwalk of the future, fully connected to the city, universally accessible, elevated out of reach of sea level rise, and restored with robust native vegetation. In terms of activities, we've integrated a series of improvements and features that expand the programmatic offerings for events, performance, and everyday enjoyment. And we've provided a seamless system of walkways, seating, and navigation that will allow pedestrians and bicycles to move through the space with ease. The edges of the basin will be renovated to improve the walking and seating surfaces, increasing capacity and clearances, and unifying site features and furnishings. The new Riverwalk corridors will rise and fall in elevation, creating a layering of walkways and vantage points above the existing Riverwalk. These structures have been designed to potentially be incrementally lifted over time, allowing the Riverwalks to adjust to the changing river elevations. The linear Riverwalk corridors will provide a unique opportunity to experience the river's restored native riparian habitat. And finally, as mentioned, the center of the basin will be home to a new iconic mist ring feature that works like a canvas or screen and can be illuminated with light or even fire, creating a memorable and playful experience that celebrates Providence's unique history. For the revegetation scheme for both Kennedy Plaza and the Riverwalk, we drew from the regional ecology of Rhode Island, which provides a template for the plant communities that we will deploy throughout the site. Along the Riverwalk, we will replace hard and impervious pavement on the existing pathways with lush native plantings designed to absorb floodwaters and reintroduce native habitat. In Kennedy Plaza, the islands situated throughout the plaza provide an opportunity to create lushly planted garden rooms, each with a distinct character. Creating an urban botanic garden with a rich diversity of plants that provide shade, shelter, and seasonal beauty. And all of our tree plantings will be designed with a system of soil filtration to detain and cleanse stormwater before it returns back to the river. Overall, we've developed an ambitious but realistic response to the challenges of sea level rise by creating a flexible and feasible approach that can carefully adjust to changing conditions over the coming years. The plan greatly improves opportunities for events, connectivity, accessibility, all while reintroducing ecological and horticultural richness into downtown Providence. Thank you.